Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha and this is a channel where you get tips and ideas on how to run a successful online business. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the cons of being a virtual assistant. So last episode, we talked about the benefits. And if you haven't watched that video, I will drop it in the links below for you to check it out. So with anything, you have to work out the pros and the cons of anything for you to make an informed decision, really. So what are those cons? The first one is sporadic work. So unlike a typical 9 to 5 or 8 to 4:30 job, you know, okay, Monday to Friday I'm going to work, I'm gonna get my money, I'm gonna have my work, I've got my routines and things that I need to do for this job to get paid at the end of the month. However, as a virtual assistant, for the most part, you don't know when your clients are going to cancel contracts. You don't know when they're going to decide, oh, this is not working out, and you have no real guarantees. So like earlier for me this year, 2 clients, one canceled the contract because they decided they no longer wanted to be in business. So therefore, my support to them was redundant. Then the other one decided that they no longer needed my services because they were going to handle it on their own. Maybe it was a budget issue. Maybe they were not happy with me and couldn't say it. I don't know. But they ended the contract. I have been able to sustain, obviously, because I have other clients. But for the most part, it's up and down. I haven't had the same number of clients since I started. I haven't earned the same amount since I started, except the last 3 months is when I've had the same amount of income because I've had consistent clients and consistent projects. So that's the only reason why I've been able to sustain my business. Point number 2, no protection from scams. This is like, you really now have to make the judgment call yourself to say, okay, is this a scam? Because I see a lot of people posting in different groups saying, oh, I'm looking for a virtual assistant, you work for me for a month and then I'll pay you, or weird things like that. Or sometimes people get paid through PayPal and then the client pulls the money back and you don't know, you never know that this is not a scam. There's no real protection there. And then the next one is irregular income. So this is linked up to point number 1 for sporadic work. Because you don't have consistent clients, like month-to-month clients, you also don't have the same type of income. So what I earned in January is not what I'm earning now. The only thing is, thankfully, I have a part-time contract with the company that is giving me consistent income. Otherwise, if I didn't have this part-time contract, I would have to start prospecting again, or my income would be very low. This is key. There is a huge need for self-discipline when you are working as a virtual assistant or as an online service provider. Now, one of the key things is you actually have to direct yourself. You have to set deadlines. You have to set reminders, because there's no boss. You are the boss. Yes, your clients can follow up with you, but you have to be disciplined. You have to inform them on any updates. You have to deliver when you said you would deliver. You have to stick to your word, and there's no one to do that push. Of course, you can be in co-working groups and accountability groups, but at the end of the day, it's on you to be disciplined and to hold everything down. Then this one, I think it's a personal one, but it's something to consider. Difficulty in raising prices. So this is like fear of losing clients. I actually had this situation where I'm like, okay, I've been working with this client for a while and this work is actually more, and I'm now more skilled, because one of the key advantages is when you work online, you gain skills fast, So then, because you gain those skills fast, you want to charge more. But then making that decision, because you're the one, since you're the boss, you're the one who has to make that decision and be like, okay, I have to charge this client. But if I charge them more, they might quit working with me. So, which is a funny story. The 2 clients that canceled their contracts with me this year, are the very clients that I increased prices for. So maybe it comes into play that I increased prices and they decided, the service is too much. Maybe that's how I lost them. Or the funny thing is they agreed to the prices and we worked together for like a month or two, then they cancelled. So you never know. No job security. Going back to the client decided they no longer want to have a business. What am I going to do? Nothing. That's the end of it. There's really nothing more I can do to say, yes, I need to work. I'm good at my job. I'm going to say, if you don't want to run your business anymore, then there's nothing more you can do. So that part is really tricky on the no job security. However, something to consider is that because of COVID and everything that's happened in the last 2 years, there's no job security in a regular job. However, when it comes to being a freelancer, is your sense of security is constantly questioned. Am I doing the right thing? Is this client happy? Will they want to work with me next month? That type of thing. Unlike in your job, maybe you're gonna get a performance review at the end of 6 months, and okay, I'm actually doing good. These are the deliverables. Of course, in your business, you can do things like sending your clients emails and asking them, how am I doing? Is there anything I can change? Whatever. But the client that closed their business, I'll go back to that one because that's the easiest example. Before she closed the business, actually, the last email she had communicated was that she wanted to expand and she wanted to give me more work, So it's like this was out of the sudden. So yes, sometimes the rug does get pulled from underneath you and you just have to figure it out. Thankfully, I landed on my feet. Then this one. We've been experiencing it. Load shedding. Wow. Like load shedding then impacts your ability to offer your services. Of course, you can get a mini UPS like I do, or you can work at a co-working space, but then that means you have to add to the budget. Especially now that we've had stage 6 load shedding waits longer, that is something you would need to make sure you are prepared for, having those resources. A mini UPS, a good working battery for your computer, good working phone, and maybe a co-working space that you can go to. Having fiber is good because mobile data for your business, you might be affected when there's load shedding, but if you have fiber, then you are sorted. Yeah, so those are some of the cons. Do any of these things make you afraid of becoming a virtual assistant? Comment in the description below. Let me know, what are some of the things you are afraid to face as a freelancer? Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.